Hi guys. Okay, so today I want to show you guys how to take a body measurement. All right, so today we'll be taking for the blouse, and I'm going to be using this person right here to show you guys how to take the body measurement. And as you can see, I'm actually standing by her side and not in front of her. So it is not always good to always stand in front of your clients, because one, you would be obstructing measurements, and two, the client might not even be standing properly and you wouldn't be able to see it from the front view. But when you stand by the side, you'll be able to look through in the front and through at the back. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the blouse measurement, and the first thing I usually take is my nipple length, like you're going to see now. So you place this very close to the neckline and on the shoulder slope. All right, and then we take it down to the bust point. Now the bust point nipple length is always that point on the bust, the fullest part of it, just right there where the nipple is always standing basically. So for this person now, the nipple length is here. Okay, and sometimes it's always best for you to actually ask your clients if they're actually wearing the kind of bra they would wear on a regular. If this is the bra they will wear whenever they want to put on a fabric or a style, if this is the bra they put on, or they actually change bra, maybe there's a particular bra they wear in the house, or there's a particular bra she wears for an outing. There are always these differences in when you're making a clothes, because you don't want to make a clothes with a particular bra and at the end of the day they put on another kind of bra and then it's not fitting into the bust here. Okay, so this is the nipple length, and after taking the nipple length, you go all the way down to the under bust, touching that metallic feeling under that place where your bra is always standing. So you go all the way down there, and from there you also go down to the waist. Okay, now getting the waist, you would always look by the side here and you realize that there is always this inner point on everybody's body. You would always see a part that goes in, that is the waist. And for a big person or a plump person, you would actually not be able to detect that part. But if you tell the person to slant to the side a little bit, then you will be able to detect that part. Okay, so the waist is always visible because there's an inner point, and then I get our waist out from there. And then the blouse length, you can always ask the client preference, where they want their blouse length to be actually. So the blouse length can differ. Okay, and after taking that, then I'm taking the round bust and the other parts of it, and then I'll be going this way, all the way from the back to the front. The fullest part around the bust is the round bust, and so I'm having this, I'm standing by the side to confirm the back and the front together. After getting that, you go through the under bust round, and then you make your hand very firm. Okay, and so we have that under bust, and after that we always have the waist around that part where I told you the waist is. So we have the waist round, and after the waist round, this is how we take the blouse. Where the blouse is going to be sitting, you simply measure it. So it's not always on the bum exactly, it's always around that part where the blouse length will be. So we usually call it a blouse hip, so that the blouse will actually stay perfectly in shape on the body of the person. And having taken that, then we take our shoulder, and so we just tell the client to please turn, and then the shoulder is always from the bone here, the shoulder bone here, to the next shoulder bone. So it always goes like this to this point, and then you would always feel that shoulder bone to know that, oh, this is where it's going to be. So you get that. And sometimes we always take measurement from the nape, where we go from this place to the shoulder bone. It's still going to give it the same thing. Okay, so after taking that, how to take the sleeve for a blouse, you simply place it on that shoulder bone right there, and then you ask the client where you want it to be. But basically for a short sleeve, this is where it's going to be, and for an elbow length, this is where it's going to be. Okay, this is an elbow length, and then we have our calf length, which is like a 3/4. It comes here, and our long sleeve comes here. Okay, so if you're taking the round of all these measurements on this part, you take your round measurements this way. Do not allow it be too tight, it's not right. Okay, so partly free but not too free. And then we want to take our elbow sleeves round, but you have to tell your client to fold the hand a bit, and then you take the elbow sleeves round. By the time the client puts the hand down, there's always an ease. So if you measure it feeling tight from the beginning, when it takes it a little, it's going to be really tight. Okay, so when you're measuring it, tell them to have their hand folded, and then you take your measurements, and that's it. And the round for this place, you take it just this way. Okay, and when we're actually going to be taking the sleeve length round, which is the long sleeve round around here, If it's going to be a fitted sleeve, you do not take a measurement going this way. No, it is not right, because one, she wouldn't be able to wear it, except you want to put an ease, maybe a buttonhole or a rope or something, like designing the tightness. But if you're not doing that and you want it a fitted sleeve, you simply measure the round of this place. So that way the hand can go in and it's going to be perfectly okay. Alright, and then our measurement for our dart, we simply take the nipple to nipple from here down to here. Alright, so that is how we take the nipple to nipple. And then if we are taking an off shoulder round, you simply put the tape rule around the off shoulder where you want the shoulder off to be, and then you make it firm and you take it round. Alright, so that's the round of the off shoulder. And when we are taking the front width and the back width, we usually come from here for a front width to this part. This is the front width, and when taking the back width, we simply tell the client to turn a bit, and then we take the back width from there to here. Okay, so all these measurements are usually very important. And when you want to take an upper bust round, you simply tell the client to raise up our arm, because you're actually taking for a tube measurement. If it's going to be a tube gown, you need the upper bust round. So you measure the upper bust round all the way around, underneath the arm, above the bust, and then you have your upper bust round. Okay, so that is how to take a blouse measurement for a client. All right, so I think with these measurements you'll be able to understand our patterns perfectly.